Hi everyone, whether you're watching live or watching the replay, it's Lawrence here, Rome Mosaic Workshops, and coming on another update. I haven't been on for a little while, a lot's been going on, and I just thought I'd fill you in with that. Now, obviously, you might have seen the rules sheet, the rules booklet that I've had has been redone. First time in about 20 years to do it. It makes a lot more sense now. And what's happened is I've been able to put that in the workshops, the three workshops that I've done, and started to use that. And I'm glad to say it's worked out very well. It's very much this way of not so much of what you're doing um, when you're applying these rules, but it's the way you're seeing what you're doing, which is the all important thing. So if you go in the shop very shortly, you'll be able to get a PDF copy of the manual or a hard copy as well. It's only going to be for the PDF. It's only going to be about $7. That's £5. That's just so I can really get it out there, get people understanding the concept, so you can just start using it and just start understanding, if you haven't grasped already, understanding this concept of why they had the rules and how you can interpret them, how you can use them in your work as well if you're doing them. So there's more workshops coming up. That's going to be more of that. A lot of them going to be in London. I'm looking for some other locations now for the south and for the west, and hopefully we'll sort those out. Most probably be going up to Scotland again for another visit at some time. That was really nice, and the Manchester one went very well. As I say, it's being able to put these things into practice to see how people pick them up, to see how this changeover goes. This changeover from me going in and teaching, telling people what to do to create a Roman mosaic. Now it's very much me getting people to see the work in a certain way, and then see how that applies in a Roman mosaic, which I'm glad to say has made quite a bit of difference. So there's going to be more on that coming out, and also that there'll be more videos now. I'll be putting those up, which will be the instructional ones, different things based around the geometric work and the figural work as well. Now, one thing that's coming up, I'm having this discussion on a couple of forums about the rules and Andamento, which is interesting because Andamento is it's an Italian word. There are numerous slightly different translations of it and slightly different explanations of it. Andamento is, in terms of mosaic, it's about setting the lines, about creating the lines to create the mosaic, whereas the rules can be a specific Andamento, unique in a way to Roman mosaic. So quite different, but as I say, there are discussions going on there. I'm going to bring out the results of there, but really, again, it's being able to make it simpler for people to understand. So Andamento is a way in mosaic work of setting lines, of setting spacing to create the mosaic. The rules are very specific to Roman mosaics, and some of them can be called to be an Andamento. But you need to understand these rules are there in the Roman mosaics for a specific reason, whereas Andamento is much more flexible. And one thing that's come up from that for me as well is the whole concept of a master. Were there master Roman mosaicists? And personally, I don't think so. I think it's sort of, if someone is a master Roman mosaicist, I must think it's missing the point. This thing of, if you've heard me before, where you are working to a set standard and you don't need to go over that standard, simply because if you have 6 people working on a mosaic, 5 of them are just doing the job, but one other person wants to keep improving, wants to keep getting better, wants to be the master, to become that, then their work is not only going to be slower, but it's also going to look different from everyone else's. Therefore, you have this concept of the whole team working together to the same standard. So how could you evolve? How could you have the master in those terms? I mean, you have a foreman, you have there is the Latin term magistra, but that doesn't sort of denote a master. Now you're going to say, what about the Alexander mosaic, the dog from Alexandria, don't start me on Opus Vermiculatum, but this mosaic where you're creating pieces which are you're creating mosaic pieces which are 1 to 2 mil in size. So they're paintings in stone, and that is different. To me, that is very much different. That is going into needing an artist to do the work. So that's, in some respects, I say that's separate from mosaic work. From day-to-day mosaics to whatever standard, having a master is sort of missing the point, because you are just producing these floors, producing them to the same consistent standard, and then moving on to the next one. So I think the title of master, whether they actually had them, I'm not so sure. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. I do have that list of questions that people ask when they were joining the group. I gave people an option of saying if there's one thing you want to know about Roman mosaics, what would it be? I'm going to be working through that and try and do one every day, every couple of days, just to answer those. But if you've got any queries, got any specific requests, let me know, and you should be seeing a lot more videos out there soon. Right, thanks very much, and have a great day.